Hey babes, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new to my channel, welcome to my channel. I am Jay. So today's video is a fun video because I haven't dropped one in a long time. Okay, I have a story time for you guys, and this story time, of course, we're keeping it Vlogmas, and this story time has to do with a Christmas. It was a Christmas. So if you read the title of this video, then you can see what this video is about. I don't want to say the words, but you can basically guess what's gonna happen in this story time. Okay, I got super. Alright, so without further ado, let's just get the chit chat and get right into the video. I'm surprised that I never showed y'all my Snoopy blanket, my little Christmas Snoopy blanket. Like, I was really ready for Vlogmas, okay? I really like had it together. Like, I was ready for y'all. My pillows, I got more pillows. They don't really stay over here, but I was ready for y'all, okay? I was like up at arms and ready. Alright, so alright. Let me tell you guys. So this story time is old, okay? It took place years ago, and I like to give stories from years ago because I don't want them to be too fresh, you know, like people involved and stuff. So yeah. Okay, and this story time involves two people, and you know, you always gotta change their names, and I'm like, what am I gonna name them? I'm gonna name them Mary and Bright. Alright, so that's my name, Mary and Bright. Because I don't want to, you know, so, okay. So, it was Christmas, okay, and it was, like, this happened in about 20, I don't even want to give no dates, you know what, forget that. So, this was Christmas, okay, and, I was so happy because at my old job, like, I got the weekend off, the holiday weekend off or whatever, and I was like, oh my god, thank God, I get to just go home and chill and relax and all of that good stuff, whatever. So I was with Bright. Okay, I was with Bright, and I went to the house or whatever, and we had, did we exchange gifts, or the guys happened so long ago, so I gotta really think about like what happened. So Bright gave me some Victoria's Secret stuff. It was really nice, you know, little clothes. Like, I told you guys, like, I love Victoria's Secret pink. That's like my thing, okay? Well, maybe it was my thing. I think I outgrew it. Maybe it was my thing, whatever. So I had my Victoria's Secret pink stuff. I was like, oh, okay, my gifts, so cute, Christmas time, whatever, right? And then they pull out like this bag. It was a clear plastic bag. No, it was a Ziploc bag, and it was so greasy and all this other stuff. And I'm laughing just thinking about it because the story time is crazy. So they had pulled out the bag, and they were like, here you go, this is for you also. So I'm looking like, what is this? Like, what is this? What is this? And like, oh, it was like greasy. Like, I don't know, guys, because I'm not a you know what thingy. Like, I don't do that. And I've done it before, you know, but it's not like, I don't see the point of it. Like, I've never even done it like a full-blown L. I just like hit it, and it's like, what was that? Like, I don't know, I just don't like it, so I don't even do that. So that, like, that was a little extreme. So they pulled it out and was like, okay, like, yeah, this is for you too. And I'm like, what is it? Like, what is that? And like, oh, it's a brownie. So I'm like, a brownie? Like a brownie? I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't do that, but I was just like super excited for some reason. I'm like, really? Like, oh my god! Wow! Like, mind you guys, this thing was like this big, and this was the key as to why everything went the way it went, right? So it was like this big or whatever, and long story short, I took the bag and I was like, like, I ate a piece. I'm like, this is good, like, this is good. And I took the other piece and like that, and then I ate it. And then they were there, but they weren't even watching. Like, they was like outside the room doing something else. So by the time they turned around, it was like, where is it? Mind you, it wasn't even like for me. It was like for me and Bright. Like, where is it? Like, where's the other half for the thing? Like, not even the other half. You must take a piece. Like, where is it? I'm like, I just ate it. Like, what do you mean? You told me the brownie was mine. Hello? You told me it was Christmas, so I ate it. Like, what do you mean I ate it? They were like, you ate the whole thing? And I was like, yeah, was I not supposed to eat the whole thing? Like, it's a brownie. Like, hello? Like, what's the big deal about me eating the whole thing? like, what is it? Like, it's just a brownie. Like, I ate the whole thing. Like, and they were like, how do you feel? Mind you, I didn't even know that these things kick in like 30-40 minutes later. So it's like, how do you feel? And I'm like, I feel regular. Like, what? I ate the brownie. Yeah, I ate the brownie. You feel me? I got it, and I don't feel no type of way. Like, I'm a boss. I can handle it. Yeah, okay. So after a while, we got hungry and we walked to a fast food restaurant. So we were walking outside, and I don't know if I started to feel something or I started to over-exaggerate, act like I was feeling something, because when I felt something, I really felt something. But at this time, we walking, and I'm like jumping and skipping, and I'm like, oh, this is how it make you feel? Like, this is cool, like, la 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 la, this is cool, whatever. So they're like, yeah, like, I guess that's how it make you feel. So we get to the fast food restaurant, and I'm like standing in line thinking about what I want to order, and I'm still like, this is nothing. Like, this is what everybody over exaggerating for. This is nothing. I feel the same. Like, I don't even feel no type of way. So we in line, and I'm like, all right, when I get up there, I'm gonna order this, that, and that. So we were having a discussion about something. I don't even want to put it in, but we were talking about how can I word this to where like nobody would have a clue. Nobody that knows me will watch me have a clue. So we were talking about something. All right, so. Basically, we were talking about something that happened at my job, and it was something really, really funny. So I was trying to explain to Bright like what happened. I'm like, yeah, so this had happened at the job. Like, this person came in and they looked at this person and they said, and then I was like, they said, and I kept repeating, they said. So the brain is like, they said what? Like, what did they say? I'm like, they said. Yeah, I couldn't get out. It was so funny, and I don't know if the laughter from this activated the brownie, but whatever was so funny that I could not get it out. I'm like, they said, and I just kept, it was the line was not coming out of my mouth, and that kicked in. Like, it kicked in and it changed my whole entire world. I have never experienced something like this in my life. Like, it's finally our time to order, and the lady's like, okay, what do you want or whatever. Yeah, I can't even. I'm laughing just thinking about it. I'm laughing, but it doesn't get funny after a while. It gets scary. So she asked like, what do you want? And like, I can't even get my head together. She's like, what do you want? Like, she didn't say anything. She's like, hi, you know, what are you looking to order? Whatever. Can I take your order? Yeah, I could not order my food. It was too hilarious for me to order my food. I never laughed so much in my life. I could not order my food. I'm just like, can I have an order of, like, I couldn't get it out. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, in my mind, I was saying, oh my gosh, but out here was doing something completely different. I was like, oh my god, like, I can't get it out. And I'm laughing. So at this point, Bright knows what's happening. So I'm just like, oh my god. And they like, all right, I'm gonna order for her. Like, what did you say you wanted? And I don't even remember what was said after that. So after Bright orders my food, I turned to Bright and I'm like, I am so high right now, like, extremely. And they was like, they like help put their hand on my shoulder, and like, cause like when you don't do that stuff, like, you can get really nervous and paranoid. But they put their hand on my shoulder and was like, you are. Them putting their hand on my shoulder, y'all, I never felt nothing like this in my life. The room was literally spinning. Like, you know how you watch movies about like how you watch movies about like Mary Jane and stuff, and then like when the person finally does it, they get that, and then they show them like, I don't know, like in some hippie world and colors, and you be like, oh, okay, like, they just trying to give you a feeling of what it feels like. No, I was actually seeing that. Like, I was sitting in this fast food restaurant, and they was like, okay, like, you feel it? Like, I'm like, yo, I'm looking at them and I can't even focus because they look like a TV channel. Like they looked at like something out of this world. I'm gonna try to explain the things that I was seeing, but yeah, it was crazy. Like it was crazy. So I sit down, I go and I sit down, I'm like, oh my god, I'm panicking. Yeah, I could feel my everything. I could hear my heart beating inside my chest. I could, like, it's like my senses got 10 times stronger. I could feel my heart beating. I could feel my blood flowing through my body. It was like an operating machine and I was just watching it or something. I can't even explain. So I sat down, and when I sat down, when I tell you the room was like whoosh, 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 whoosh. It was doing this. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. So I had to stand up again because when I sat down, I was on some type of roller coaster, and this is a roller coaster that I didn't like. So somebody was like, stand right there where I can see you outside, and drink some water, and you know, stand right here, like stand right there. I'm like, yo, I'm at this point, like I'm trying to laugh, but I'm still nervous because I never felt something like this. So they're like, stand right there. I'm like, okay. I'm like, can I call, like I'm nervous, I want to call Mary. So, and Mary is also a, you know what, so you know, I felt comfortable calling Mary because Mary's my friend, my best friend at that, and I just need to talk to her because I just can't deal right now. Like I need somebody to calm me down more than you. So I go outside, I call Mary, and outside is looking crazy. Outside is looking like a whole VR world to me, and I'm just like, Mary. She answered the phone. She's like, well, hello, like what happened? I'm like, I said her whole government. Yeah, I was so done for. Like I was so that I said her whole entire government. I was like, let's say her name was Merry Bright Christmas. So I'm like, I said her first name, middle name, last name. I'm like, Merry Bright Christmas. I gotta tell you something. Merry Bright Christmas. She's like, what? Like, yo, why you keep saying my name like that? And me and her, we laugh about everything. Like we literally laugh about everything. So me being this on top of that was not making it any better because we already goofy AF and we laugh about everything. So I'm like, Merry Christmas. That's not what I said. What was her name? Merry Bright Christmas. Let me tell you something. She's like, what happened? I'm like, you ain't never been this. You ain't never been this. And that's how and it's still an insider joke to this day because of the way I was saying it. Like, bitch, you ain't never been this. You ain't never been this. Bitch, you ain't never been this. Like I kept saying that. She laughing over and over again. Like, yo, what's good with you? Like, what is up with you?
Stop it. Get some help.
I'm like, yo, I'm higher than a kite right now. Like, I don't like the feeling. I need it to be gone or whatever. Like, what do I do? So I probably repeated, you ain't never been this like 20 times to her because I swear I don't care how many L's you done smoke. When I tell you I was in a whole nother universe, seeing a cartoon world and everything else, I was like, yeah, I know. Like I kept telling Mary and Bright over and over again, like, I know y'all do this and y'all be like, when I tell you, you ain't never been this. Like I couldn't even explain it because the things that I was seeing was unbelievable to me. So I'm like, I'm telling y'all, I wish I could put y'all in my body, y'all could see what I'm seeing right now. Like you look like a cartoon, the floor is spinning, like you ain't never been this before. I don't care. So I was like, okay, I don't like this feeling. I was telling Mary, like, I don't like this feeling. What can I do? And Bright didn't know what to do either. So Mary was like, take her to the store and put her in the shower and buy her some milk. Like, you know, take her to the store, buy her some milk, and then she'll be fine. Shower milk will turn it right up. So I had drunk like a whole, not a gallon. What's the other one? It's like a quarter, half a gallon. I had got a half a gallon of milk. And I drank like almost the whole thing because I was so done. Like we were walking back to Bright's house, and when I tell you, you ever seen how cartoons walk on top of the world? Like it's like a curve, or like you ever seen them get in the auto where it's like every day when you're walking down the street and the block is curving as he's walking. That's what I was seeing. I was seeing that like the block was curving, and I'm trying to walk, and Bright is like, why you walk like that? I'm like, the block is like, I can't walk. It's like the moon, like it's curved. So if it's like, oh my god, I'm trying to explain. Alright, so the block is like this, so I gotta walk. So I'm hopping like this. Like this is the block. The block was like a half cylinder, so I gotta walk like that. They're like, yo, the block is flat. And I'm like, maybe the block is flat because I know this thing is messing with me right now. So I'm guzzling down the milk, guzzle. I'm guzzling down the milk. I'm like, this has to go. Like, all right, now I'm getting nervous. I don't like this feeling, and this has to go. So we get back to Bright's house, And immediately I'm like, put me in the shower. Like, I need to get in the shower. I was trying so hard to control it, y'all. I was losing my body. I was losing control. Like, I don't know what was happening. I was just losing control. So I get in the shower, and I'm in the shower. I drink my milk. I'm like, all right, this is gonna go away in like 10 minutes. At 10 minutes, like, I'm gonna be fine. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be good. Mind you, I have never been in a situation where I can hear my thoughts, like my subconscious thoughts, and it was the most scariest thing ever. So I'm in the shower, and as I'm in the shower, I can literally count the drops coming from like the shower. I don't know how to explain it. I could count every single drop. Every single drop felt heavy, and it's like I could see it in 3D. Like, I'm not over-exaggerating, guys. I promise you I'm not over-exaggerating. I promise you I'm not just adding this to entering the story. This is exactly what I was seeing. Like, that, like, those things are strong. And the power of the mind is not a joke, okay? So if you mess with the mind gonna mess with you. So you can see anything, okay? So I got in the shower. Once I was done with the shower and the milk didn't work, I'm on the phone with Mary the whole time. Like, she could not hang up. Don't hang up. I need you right now because I'm nervous. Yeah. I got out that shower. I drank that milk. I was like standing there like for like 2 minutes. Once I noticed, I was like, Mary, this is not working. Like, she was like, it's not working? I was like, no, it's not working. She was like, I don't know. Yeah, I started screaming. I started stomping around Bright's house. Yeah, this is what I was doing. I had my hands on my head, right? And I'm stomping around. I was like, I'm stuck like this forever. I'm stuck like this forever. I'm stuck like this forever. And they trying to calm me down, and that's exactly what I was saying, how I was saying it. Because if y'all don't know what being laced is, I thought I didn't think Bright wouldn't do that to me. I didn't think they laced around it, but whoever gave it to them probably laced it. So in my mind, I was like, I'm stuck. Like, this is my life. Like, I'm gonna be in a room with a straight jacket. This is my life forever, because it does happen to people. So I was super nervous, like, I'm stuck like this forever. I'm stuck. Oh my god, I don't want it to be like this. So after I just started going crazy, and Mary on the phone was like, oh my god, you gotta calm her down, and yada yada yada. And I just couldn't calm down. I was seeing everything, like, I couldn't like, and the longer it took, the more I was getting detached from the world. I'm gonna explain like what I mean by that. So after a while, I'm sitting on the bed, I'm trying to calm down. However, my thoughts and me, like, hearing my thoughts was not helping. So I'm sitting on the bed, and I'm like, why is the bed sinking?
Oh, hell no!
The bed felt like it was sinking into the ground. So I don't know how that happened. The bed felt like it was sinking to the ground. And then Bright looks, and they like, what is that? Like, it was like a puddle on the bed. And they like, what is that? It was a clear puddle. It wasn't pee. It was clear. And this is how I found out that I was because of this situation. I didn't know that I had the ability to do that. This is how I found out that I was a you-know-whatter, because of this situation. So the liquid was clear, and I didn't even know. Like, I'm really getting nervous because I'm starting to lose control of my body. Okay, if you guys don't know, if you are a smoker and you do like, you know, eat brownies and treats, you know you're supposed to take a piece, eat it when it went here and there. I did this brick, and then on top of that, the person that made it extra strong. Like, they put extra oil in there, and then on top of that, I am not a smoker. So all these things together really messed me up. So I started to lose control of my body, and then it was like, what is that? Like, what is that? Like, did you like come out the shower without a towel? I'm like, what is what? I didn't feel anything. I couldn't feel my lower half of my body. So I looked down, and I was sitting in, you know, pretzel position. So it's not like the liquid spread on the bed. It's set in between. So they were like, get up, like, stand up. And I stood up, and it was like a puddle within the blanket. Like Bright took the blanket off, and it was a puddle within the blanket, and that liquid was clear. I couldn't comprehend nothing, but I comprehended that. I knew right there, and I was like, oh, that's that. Like, okay, got it. But I was still nervous. Like, again, I was in here, but out here was like something different. So that happened. Hours go by. I'm still screaming, and I gotta give Mary her props, because she still stood on the phone with me. Like, this is my best friend for many years. Like, she still stood on the phone with me all the time, even though she was tired. Y'all, she would hang up, and then I would call back like, why did you hang up? In the same night, I'm like, why did you hang up? Like, she was on the phone the whole time. I'm screaming, crying, whatever. So things go by, like I forgot something. I'm just trying to pinpoint the important part. So time goes by, and after a while I start to disconnect. Like I was disconnecting. Like I thought, I'm not gonna lie, this is the scary part, I thought that I was going to die. Like my whole entire body started to shake uncontrollably. I couldn't control it. My legs, my arms, everything was shaking, and I had never had a seizure, so I thought that that's what was happening, and there's nothing I could do. I had a pain strike me in the back of my head. I didn't know what was going on, and there's nothing I could do. I was shaking uncontrollably. So Brighter's like, we have to take you to the hospital, and I'm like, I don't want to go to the hospital because I wouldn't want you to even get in trouble. Like, who gave her these, you know, because technically that's that. So like, who gave her this? And then I wouldn't want you to go to jail possibly or something. So I'm like, I can't go to the hospital right now. I can't even hold it together to even probably tell them like, oh, I did it myself, and you know, like I can't do that right now. So they are, mind you, and then as I'm talking to them, they was asking me like, do you want to go to the hospital? I'm like, the way I was talking, I couldn't even, it was so hard for me to even say a proper sentence. They were like, do you want to go to the hospital? I'm like, I can't comprehend with the hospital. I said something that was like, they understood, but at the same time it was like, what are you talking about? I think I said I can't comprehend with the hospital right now. It was something like that. It's like, I can't deal with the hospital. I have to comprehend. So I'm like, no, we can't go there. It was so hard for me to get a regular sentence out. So then I'm just like shaking, and they're holding me. Mind you, it was so scary to the point where Bryce started crying. Okay, they started crying. It's like, yo, what did I like? I gave her this. Like, what did I do? And it was scary because we didn't know what was happening. Like, I thought I was having a seizure, and in my mind, I couldn't even say anything. So in my mind, I was just like, I could hear my thoughts, and in my thoughts, I'm saying to myself like, this is it. Like, you're so young, and this is how you're gonna go. Like, that's crazy. Like, I never thought this was gonna be it for me. I thought I would at least, you know, be old or something. Not this young. Like, I'm young. Like, sheesh. Like, I just got into the clubs. Like, I'm so young. Like, I never thought that this is how, damn. Like, this is, and I was speaking in my New York accent, y'all. So I'm gonna tell you exactly what I was saying. This is what I was saying. I was like, damn, son. Like, damn, son, like, that's crazy, bro. Like, you just turned, like, this age, like, that's wild, son. This age, though, I thought you were gonna live longer than that, bro. That's crazy, son. Like, that's what I'm saying in my mind. So that's that. I think I had like fell asleep for like 2 minutes or something, and more time went by, and then after a while, you know, Bright was like holding me, and more things happened, you know, like crazy stuff. And then, you know, after a while, my friend was just like, Mary was like, you gotta go to sleep, bro. That's the only way. Like, the milk didn't work, the milk didn't work, the shower didn't work. You have to go to sleep. Like, that's the only way this is gonna go away. You gotta go to sleep. So we tried, y'all. I mean this. I put this on everything I love. I'm not over exaggerating. I'm not just telling a story for it to, you know, be popularized on YouTube or give me some views. Y'all know that I am a spiritual person, and the power of the mind is not a joke, and the mind is basically the creator. Okay, so now I'll get real serious for a second. Okay, when she said you have to go to sleep, and mind you, I have already been this for hours. So at this point, it was like, what happens is it has to hit its peak, and then it has to drop, and then it goes away like anything else. So at this time, you know, I had the shower, I had my outbreak, I had my skirting incident, and now this is at its peak because I started to disconnect from reality. So when she was like, you have to go to sleep, you gotta go to sleep, I couldn't go to sleep. Why I couldn't go to sleep, guys? I couldn't remember what sleep was, and I couldn't remember how to do it. And I know y'all like, now you over exaggerating, now you dragging it, or now you, yeah, I'm being so serious. And you know, not as so long ago I laughed about the situation, but I'm just like, my mind was gone. Like, there was nothing for me. Like, I was like, sleep, and I even said like, what is sleep? Like, how do you do that again? Well, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to go and do sleep. I didn't even say go sleep. Like, I don't know how to go sleep. Like, what is that? How do you do that again? And they were just over it. I'm not even gonna lie to you, because they was just, and they mind just like, yeah, she wilding out, but she gonna be alright. Like, They started to doze off. But I'm just like, sleep. Like, how do you do that? Sleep. Like, sleep. What is sleep? I started to disconnect. I had my phone in my hand because remember I had Mary on the phone for hours, and then Bright is laying down next to me, and I was just like, what is this? Like, what I know I have it in my hand for a reason, but what is it? Like, what is this? How do you use it again? I don't remember what it is. Like, that is the scariest thing ever. I started to lose everything. So my mind is very powerful. Like, I've learned to control things with my mind, not even trying to sound like, oh my god, but I've learned a lot. When I say control things, I don't mean like look at something, it'll move. I mean like control reality or stay on track. You understand? Like control my emotions, control my thoughts. I'm talking about that type of thing. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm just sitting on the bed, like I'm just sitting down, and it was dark, and I feel like being in the dark is what triggered this, of me not knowing like what reality was anymore. So in my mind, you know, I'm just laying there, Bright is sleeping, Mary's sleeping on the phone, and I'm like, I'm talking to myself in my mind, like, Jay, remember because at this time I'm trying to come back to reality. Like, Jay, remember your house, remember your who did I say? I think I was trying to remember I said remember your house, remember your store manager, remember I was just trying to, you know, have things to remember things in my life. And for some reason, wherever I was felt real, and all of this felt fake. And I feel like it's something that needed to happen to me to realize that we really are in like this right here, like this is not the end for us. Like we were put here by whoever you believe in, by God, by the universe. If you believe it's the same thing, then, you know, I'm saying we were put here by a higher power. Like, this is not it. This is not the end game for us. Like, this is like a tested place that we come to. I kid you not, y'all. I was away. Like, I was like, I need to remember my childhood house. I need to remember my coworkers, my friends. Like, that's gonna help me get back. And wherever I was felt so real. And it was like, girl, all that stuff is fake. Like, all of that stuff is fake. All that stuff is fake, okay? Like, and I'm like, it's not fake. Like, how is it fake? I'm here, I'm living this reality. Like, how is it fake? And it was like, it's not fake. I mean, it's not real. Like, it's not real. Sorry to tell you. I'm like, I was thinking about one of my managers. Like, I'm gonna give her the name Sarah, and I'm like, I remember Sarah. Like, Sarah is my assistant manager at my job, and then my reality was just like, Sarah is not real. Like, none of this is real. I felt like, wow. Like, you ever had a realistic dream, right? And when you're having a realistic dream, it feels super real. Like, you'd be like, okay, this is real. This is my reality. Like, I'm awake right now. And then when you finally actually wake up out of your sleep, you be like, oh, you can tell the difference. You're like, oh, okay, that was a realistic dream, but this is real. Like, I can feel this is real. Like, you know, you have dreams where it's like you know, like you're dreaming like something crazy, like you riding a dinosaur back or something. Like, you know, you have your dreams, and then you have realistic dreams, like you up doing your skincare routine and you brushing your teeth in the morning, like, you know, something realistic, like it feels like reality. And then you actually wake up out your sleep and you're like, oh, okay, I thought I was up, but now I'm really up because I'm up out my sleep, and I know that was just a realistic dream. Wherever I was, baby, that, like, this was a realistic dream, and that was reality. And I don't care what nobody says, and I feel like that's why I feel like it's a correlation between why they call high being high. And I don't want to get into that. I don't want to be like one of them people like, this is the reason why that I'm not gonna get into that. But I'm not gonna get into all of that. I'm not here to preach to y'all. I'm just telling my story. But if you know, you know. Okay, the girls that get it. Yes, I feel like it's a correlation to why they call that being high. Like, you up here, like you literally reach, you know. If you know, you know. There's different levels of vibration and stuff like that. So being up here showed me that all this was not, like, this is fake. Alright, we have a soul. Okay, this is not the end for us. This is just a vessel. Like, being where I was really showed me, like, baby, all that stuff is fake, and it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't exist. Really, it doesn't exist. It's just a realistic dream. But where you are right now, that's reality. So after a while, after like hours, I actually did end up falling asleep. I had a very crazy dream, and I think it was something like riding a dinosaur. But I had a crazy dream like that, and I woke up, and Bright was up or whatever. They turned on the light, and they gave me some water, and it was like, "You good now?" And I'm like, "I'm good." And it wasn't all the way gone, but I was able to control it. That at that time, the high that I had, I was able to control. So I was like, yeah, I'm good. Like, I'm good now. Like, whoa, that was crazy. That ride was crazy. That's exactly what I said. I was like, whoa, that ride was crazy. So I'm drinking the water. But it wasn't all the way gone. Like, I was still kind of off. So next morning, we woke up or whatever, and Bright had needed to go do something, and they didn't want to go do it. I'm like, go do it. Like, I'll be fine or whatever. Like, I'm okay. I'll be fine. And for over the next, like, 3 days, I think I was a little off, y'all. So I really thought, I was like, you know what, dang, like, I think I'm still kind of like off. I think it really messed me up that bad. Like, I'll be sitting there and I'll be like this, like real for real. So I'm like, dang, that thing messed me up. Now I'm out here looking cuckoo. Like, now I'm really out here looking, you feel me? Like, I was like, dang. But after a while, you know, it did go away or whatever. And I feel like I'm leaving something out. I feel like I'm like, oh, that's what happened. I feel like I'm leaving something out. Like, but anyway, that was super, super crazy. I probably am leaving a part out that's super important. But y'all get the main gist of it. I will never do that again. Okay, I don't play that. I stay away from it. After, you know what? I did have a Sour Patch candy, but it was like a little candy, and it did make me like that again, but not like that. It made me, you know what, and but it was fun though. Like, I was laughing and stuff like that. And then about, I want to say like 6 weeks ago, I just randomly did it. Like, I did it, and I did get that feeling again. So I don't know if that feeling, those 2 times after, I don't know if that feeling ever was just like more calm, or because I had that extreme feeling, I was able to control it. So when I did it, mind you, I only took like 3 puffs. Like I said, I'm not a smoker. So when I did it, I was like, damn, like, oh man, like, here we go. Because I did get nervous again. Like, I was like, oh man, here we go. Like, oh, like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? It gets me nervous just thinking about it. But then I was like I said, I'm able to control my mind. My mind is very powerful, and I was just like, no, we're not gonna go through this again. Like, I was hearing my subconscious thoughts again. It was happening all over again. However, I was able to control it very well. So I was like, I don't know if the Sour Patch and the L was a little bit weaker, or I'm just able to control it. So either way, I learned my lesson, and I'm here, right? I'm alive, I'm safe, I'm good, nothing bad happened to me. Okay, thank God, thank the universe, I'm grateful. So yes, I learned my lesson. We ain't doing that no more. Okay, so that is it for this story time, you guys. I know you guys enjoyed this one. Like I always say, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also hit that notification bell so that you can get notified every single time that I upload. Also, make sure you guys go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Jaiye.Pierre, and on TikTok at Jaiye.Pierre_. If for some reason you don't have TikTok or Instagram, I am going to leave a list right here on the screen of every social media platform that I have. Make sure you guys go ahead and follow me on each one that you have, and I will check you guys in my next video tomorrow. Okay, love you guys. Bye.